Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest on the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to Apply. All right, today I'm in San Jose, California at Cinequest. My first time out to this film festival, and let me tell you, it will not be the last. Saw lots of great movies today, and I was able to snag Valeria from the audience. So first off, welcome, Valeria.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
All right, so have you been to this film festival before?
Yes, a year and a half ago when they had it in August of 2023, I came here to support my friend's film, Fall and Drive, and it was such a great experience. I was like, you have another film here? Let's go.
Yeah, so what are you working on right now?
So I'm an actress and also a filmmaker, and currently I'm a lead in a feature film that's being filmed right now in LA with Philip Underbotella.
Had Philip on the show. I know who he is. Yeah.
So this feature is called 5150, and I play a woman who has some mental issues, but she thinks she maybe is past it, and she's married, and she thinks she's happy, and then she starts to have feelings for somebody else, and you know, her little split personality thoughts are starting to come back, and you know, 5150 happens.
What drew you to the project and also working with Philip? Like, talk about how the collaboration came together.
Yeah, so the project was very interesting to me. The director, Adrian, he came to me with kind of like a project in the works, the script, and I read it and I was like, I think it can be improved a little bit. Like, do you mind if I give you some notes? Because some people don't like notes, or they just want to know, like, do you like it? Is it good? You know? And he was like, oh my gosh, totally. Like, give me any notes. I'm like a sponge, you know? So I was like, okay, let's do it. I'm really good with reading a script and like kind of breaking it down and adding some structure to it and the through line of characters and just like beefing it up. So I gave him a lot of notes and I was like, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not trying to make it my own. Like, it should be your voice. And he is like, no, I love all the notes. So we kind of molded it into this, you know, it was still similar, but we definitely molded it into the final project. And I really liked my character. I thought I could really like sink my teeth into her. And I am really actually passionate about mental health in general. And I've had a lot of friends who have been, you know, dealing and struggling. And I've seen how they are in real life. And sometimes when you watch a film, it's very movie-like and it's not real life. So I've seen their confusion and it's, you know, I've seen the struggle. So I'm trying to portray it like how I really know what they're dealing with and not like what I think a mental illness would be like. So I'm really taking it from their perspective and their experiences of like having schizophrenia and like, you know, bipolar and disorder and all these, and I hope that I can show it in a way that it's so many things. And a lot of it is being, you know, like so sure of what you think is true. And so. Can
you talk a little bit about your, like, that's a very dynamic role. Can you talk about a little bit about your process and how you're preparing and getting ready for that? It's a lot of depth in schizophrenia, bipolar, like that's a lot.
Yeah, well, because I kind of seen it firsthand from my friends, I already have a lot to draw on from those experiences, and because I've worked with Philip before, we have a great working relationship. I've directed him in some things, and I know how his character is going to be. You know, I know he always improv, so you know, I always give him room with that, but I know how we're going to be able to build that relationship. And so I go from what my experiences are, who I'm going to be doing it with, and then I'm building a relationship knowing like exactly how my relationship is going to be different to each of the characters and where I'm going to be in, you know, different part of the script because of where she is mentally. And just like kind of start from the mental and emotional, and then I really like production design and like kind of playing with the wardrobe, and our director is being very kind and like, you know, choose whatever you want. And I'm like, okay, because I have like a big through line with her wardrobe from like where she starts in the beginning of film, like I want her to be a little bit like more bright colored until she like meets this guy and things kind of go sour, and then we kind of go into like darker tones. So I feel like I'm a filmmaker through and through, and so like I really take every part of the process, like from all the experience I've taken. And
amazing. Well, I can't wait to see it. So final question, when is this slated for release roughly? I know it's in production, number one, and then how do people follow you? How do they connect, not just to see this movie, but to see your other work as well?
So yeah, we're in production right now in LA. We're doing it very, low budget, but we have really great locations.
Yeah.
And hopefully once we're done, which should be like in a couple of weeks.
So this is soon.
Yeah.
So this will be out in 2025?
That'd be great. Maybe at the end. I mean, we're in March, so it's quite possible.
All right.
Maybe
Not holding you to that. Okay. So how do people follow up? How do they, follow you?
Yeah. My Instagram is Valeria Sweet Official. So
fantastic.
That's the best.
And for everybody watching, just so you know, we'll definitely put the links in the show notes so you can follow Valeria and then check out the film when it comes out. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with us and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. Each and every day we're bringing you new episodes, new content, and hopefully new inspiration to help you on your journey as well. So again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And Valeria, I can't wait to see the movie. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much.